Hi, and welcome back to the Potato Museum Show. Tom and Meredith here. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about potato damage control.
Yeah, we got a video here.
If potatoes had feelings, they'd be terrified by their trip through a modern packing plant. First, they're smothered under thousands of other potatoes. Then they fall onto a conveyor chain and are pulled up a steep incline to a sheer drop. They plummet onto a second chain, rumble over a table full of rollers, and finally are swallowed by a bagging machine. A fifth of them are so badly bruised they end up in the trash heap or the starch factory.
All right, so we can stop that. And here's the issue involved here is if these potatoes are not properly handled, they can still look good when they get packed, but they can have bruises and internal damage just like humans that shows up in all sorts of ways when it gets to the consumer. And so here's some cautionary things for people to say: get rid of these, pack them out if they get to you or to your store. And we have been collecting, look at all these are all sorts of market damages, market diseases of potatoes. We have been collecting efforts to damage control for some years, and the first one was in 1981 in Maine. They were trying to develop an electronic potato that they could put into these conveyor belts, and it would indicate where the danger spots were. Then in 1983, I think it was.
Sorry to say, it was 1973
That's
in
right.
Maine.
Yeah.
Then in Idaho.
When was this one?
That was about 1983, apparently.
So we have with one of the original models of an electronic potato. This looks like a Idaho baking potato, one of the large ones, and it has various electronic materials in there that would indicate, send signals when they're a part of the conveyor belts were particularly bruising the potatoes, and so they could fine tune or go over to that part of the machinery and look into it. So this was
James Halderson developed. He was an engineer, built this artificial potato with transmitters inside. The idea was to identify rough handling, and a receiver in a following truck could pick up the sounds it makes. It was the first artificial potato, and they called it a rubber-covered device. But eventually, it did. Modern-day people invented a different item, which did look a bit rubbery.
And let's see if we can get that one up. Can you take the camera?
Sure.
And we'll just see if we can get that image up. Let's take that away. Let's take that away. And let's go here. So, electronic potato damage control, damage prevention.
Look at it, tuber log.
Yeah, immediately. Wow. It immediately identifies sources of damage and bruising. And again, we were talking about from damage can occur in the ground, harvest, grader, the washers, the conveyors, and the packing line. All this can cause damage to potatoes. And again, they don't. It doesn't show up right away.
This particular product was developed fairly recently.
Yeah, so let's have a look. I think
there it is. It's so funny. Look at it. Oh, whoops. Where'd he go? That's a good music theme.
I love this.
Meeting change with innovation. Look at that.
Tuber log.
Looks like an egg. Whoa! There it goes.
And we'll watch. Oh, there's an indication that they got to fix that part there. Fine tune it. Oh, another damaging spot.
You have to get one of these. Do you hear me? Tuber log, do you hear me?
Right there, it's okay. It's being handled okay right there. Watch.
Uh-oh,
That's
trouble.
Not a good drop there.
Trouble in paradise. Uh-oh.
impact that they're getting on this tuber. Wow. Oh, look at that one. All right. I love that. So,
Yeah. The other potato the transmitter potato from Idaho doesn't have a music background.
No.
What can I say?
all right. So that's it. We're trying to all the original electronic potato all the way to the most modern ones, and thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Leave us some comments.
Yeah, and tell us you can subscribe, right?
Yeah, and don't
this?
forget, you can buy this collection, or a group of you,
Yeah.
and have the world's largest collection on the history and social influence of our favorite vegetable.
Okay, so take care and see you next time.